Hi there, I'm Andrea Koppel, and it's Time for Coffee, the podcast where you get to hear firsthand what the jobs and careers that interest you the most are really like. Hey there, Java junkies. Welcome to another K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. By the way, K-Cups come in 3 sizes, single, double, and triple shots, or roughly 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes in length. So if you don't have time to throw back an entire caffeinated career conversation, these K-Cup mini episodes of T4C can give you a quick caffeinated fix, whether you're on the go or you only have a few minutes to binge. So grab your mug and take a chug, because it's time for a caffeinated career double shot K-Cup with my guest, Zane Homsi. 2 final T4C question, Zane. If you could share a time in your professional life, and let's include the time that you were doing these incredible internships in college, maybe even in high school, when you struggled, maybe you even failed at something. And the most important thing here is not the failure, it's what you learned from it and how you persevered.
Yeah. So I'll be pretty candid here, and I actually don't think I've ever shared this as widely. So great platform to do so. But I did not get a return offer to JP Morgan at the end of my summer. And to give you context, I was working in the asset management group, and I had mentioned to the recruiter that, I didn't know that asset management was the right fit for me, but I was always kind of banking on having the return at least as an option to kind of be, in my consideration for working after my junior summer, And I left that summer thinking it was great, made a lot of really awesome relationships, and honestly took my job security for granted. And I got a phone call a couple of weeks later sharing that after I had interviewed at another part of the bank that I unfortunately wasn't going to be included in those individuals who got offers to come back for the following summer. And it was the biggest blow to my confidence or self-esteem in a while. And that experience, I think, very much humbled me. It made me incredibly grateful for any job, because all of a sudden I went from nearly complete job security going into my junior year where internships are super highly sought after to literally back at square one where I could have been spending that time studying up for interviews. So I took away from that an incredible sense of gratitude for my jobs, which I will never be taking a job for granted after that experience. And it also kind of, for lack of a better metaphor, lit a fire under my pants a little bit that I still don't think has left, where always be moving, always be thinking about what's next, how to do better, how to be better at your job, be irreplaceable so that I'm not in that position again. So that was that big failure.
Well, I want to let you know, Zane, you have a huge amount of courage to share that. It took me, again, decades before I publicly shared my fails. And I think that speaks, again, to the fact that you are a total rock star.
That's super kind of you. Thank you.
I mean that sincerely. JP Morgan's loss is everyone else's gain. Thanks for tuning in to this K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. If you want to listen to our entire caffeinated career conversation, please check out the show notes for this episode. Thanks so much for listening to Time for Coffee, where the professionals in the jobs that most interest you always have time to grab coffee, 24/7, no matter where you live. I have one quick favor to ask you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Time for Coffee. Thanks so much.